Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Team Genesis. As I said, my name is Klaus Urbanek. I'm an Executive Vice President with CTFO, and it is my pleasure to open our call today. And as our leader, Janet Larson-Meyer, is traveling and on the road, and she can't be here today. Anyway, today is a great day in several ways. And we have an amazing training lined up for you here today. And we got paid. That's exciting. Anyway, I want to introduce to you Roland Rascon. He's a Senior Vice President and almost reaching that Executive Vice President. He's our trainer for today. And you know what? He is a natural if it comes to training. I met him in October at our last gala in Vegas, and let me tell you, he has a unique way of bringing across what made him successful in CTFO in a fast way. And today, Roland is talking about leadership. And he breaks it down in what I like to call bite-sized pieces. And if you want to become a vice president or any higher rank whatsoever, you need and want to make the decision to lead your team. Roland will get you to understand that you need to lead if you want to succeed. Roland, take it away. It's all yours.
Thank you very much, Klaus. Good morning, everybody. I'm happy to be here this morning. I'm happy to be able to go over my thoughts and ideas of being a leader here with CTFO and basically a leader in all that we do. All of us are leaders to some degree, whether you're a parent, whether you're a leader at your work, your job, whatever it is you have going on. So, you know, I've been thinking about this and pondering this week, and I'm thinking, okay, what's a good leader? What makes a good leader? How can we lead? How can we inspire? How can we motivate people on our team, people in our downline? And so in answering some of these questions, and we'll be going through a few things here this morning, one thing I do know, one thing that I do believe is that leaders, number one, focus on solutions and not the problems. Leaders always can look down the road and see the bigger picture. It's important to always remain on focus, where we're going, what we're doing, why are we here? Why did we join CTFO? Why did you join CTFO? Why did I join CTFO? Where do I want to go with my downline, with my business, with what I'm doing here? Because I'll tell you, as we learn and as we grow, it's important to continue with personal growth, self-development, and expansion of ourselves, becoming. I've mentioned that before in talks. For us to become a better leader, for us to become a better parent, for us to become a better member of society, for us to become rich, for us to become independent, whatever the issue is, for us to become healthy, we all have to choose that path to become. You want to know how the next couple of years are going to be? Look at the last couple of years. It's going to be the same unless you change something, and we all have the ability to change something. We all have the ability to grow and expand and become more. So the next 2 years could be completely different from the past 2 years. And those 2 years could happen anytime in your life. It can happen between 30 and 32. It can happen between 44 and 46. It can happen between 60 and 62. It doesn't matter where you are in life. It's up to you. It's up to us. If we don't like where the last 5 years have been, we can drastically alter where we're going to be the next 2 or 5 years ahead of us. It's up to us. So are we going to remain focused on the bigger picture? Some of the qualities I believe to be a good leader is, number one, to always be available. Be available to your team members. I don't care if you have one person on your team, 1,000, 10,000, or 100,000 people on your team. Be available. Now, I know we have time constraints, and a lot of us, including myself, started this business part-time. However, here's what I want to say about part-time, because this reminds me of Jim Rohn. He says when he started, he was working his job full time and working part time on his fortune. I like that because that's what we're doing here. Yes, money is a part of this world. We all want to make a lot of money. And working part-time on this, we've chose this path. We have the opportunity here to take something and just run with it and expand with it. So I brought up earlier, a lot of us joined for different reasons. Some people joined because they saw the products and they want to be a part of that. Then if you're on this call, you want to build your team. You want to grow and expand your business. I joined because of the business opportunity. Many of you know that. I'm a business guy. I've been self-employed for over 20 years. So when I saw this, I saw the opportunity to grow and expand a business. Then I learned how great the products are. Then I learned how great our owners are. Now I'm fully vested. So do I want to go all the way to the top? Sure I do. Do I want to participate and enjoy the benefits of the Top Gun? Sure I do. But it'd be a lot more fun if I take a lot of people with me. And that's being a good leader. It's no fun going all the way top by yourself. So take your friends, your family, anybody who joined your team. And here's the thing with this. I've made a lot of friends in the people that have joined my organization underneath me. And I made a lot of friends and connections with the people who have joined that are committed to building their team. Of course, I want to reach out to them. I want to help them. I want to motivate and inspire. I want to be available for 3-way calls if I have to help them build their team because I want them to get to the top with me. All good leaders want those around them to move up with them. Okay. We are best. I should say we are at our best when we help others achieve what they want or acquire what they want. In that way, we acquire what we want. Ziegler put it that way. Help others to achieve what they want and you'll get what you want. And I truly believe that. You help others in your organization become an executive manager, become a vice president, become a senior vice president, and you'll get what you want. We all will. And so we do it all together. We're a family here with CTFO. This is not every man for himself. Yes, this is an opportunity to take a business and run it your way. You can do that in an independent kind of way, but all of us need help. We need friendship. We need training calls. Are you attending the training calls? Are you gathering as much information and trying to learn through this process of us expanding and growing and becoming? Leadership is not a destination, it's a journey. We will continue on this journey every day as we go through this journey called life, growing and expanding. As you become a parent, you're different with your first one than you are with your second one because you're growing and learning and gathering information and wisdom of, well, this didn't work before, I'm doing it this way now. So now the second child has the benefit of a little more wisdom from you. I know about this stuff because I come from a large family. I am the oldest of 9 kids in my family, and I was the first one. So I'm sure how my mom was with me when I was 5 is a lot different than how she was with my brothers or sisters when they were 5. So we grow, we learn, we are a student of life. Scott Cook brought up being a student the other night with in the company training, and I thought, that's phenomenal. It's true. Take it a step further. We are a student every day for the rest of our life. We're going through this life. And if you're stagnant, if your last 2, 3, 5 years have been the exact same, you've stopped learning. You're stuck. Become a student again. Learn, grow, participate. Take part in these trainings. It's not, I don't know how I want to say this. For me to be here, giving this call this morning, it's not like it's like, ooh, I'm all great, I'm a leader. No, it's not like that. It's like, yes, I'm willing to share what I know. Do I know everything? No. Do I want to know more? Yes. I continually learn from our upline, from the training calls, from books that I read, from motivational speakers on YouTube that I watch. Everybody knows here knows that I do that kind of stuff. Last night, I just posted last night on Southwest CTFO something with PD. Now his name's skipping my mind, but a short motivational clip that I came across that I thought, you know, that's really good. He talks about it takes courage to succeed. It takes courage to be successful. It takes courage to overcome. It takes courage to get up in the morning sometimes. Do you have the courage to follow through? Do you have the courage to stay committed to this business? Do you have the courage to get through what we've just experienced the last couple of weeks here with CTFO? There's a perfect example of reflection. How did you go through that? How did you make it through that? When I was putting out fires almost every day. People are calling me. They're having a hard time. I understand. I want them to be able to reach out to me. I know I can reach out to my upline. I know I can express my fears or concerns with my upline. And they're not going to waver. They're not going to say, oh, you're right, this is just doom and gloom. Leaders don't do that. Leaders do not preach doom and gloom. They do not get down to your level and join you in the complaining or the problems that are taking place. Leaders will listen to you, understand, and say, I understand what you're going through. This is a tough time for all of us. However, I want you to know that this time will pass. A year from now, we'll barely remember this time. A year from now, when you're in a complete different place, maybe right now you're an executive manager. A year from now, you're going to be a vice president or a senior vice president. You're not going to remember these small little issues that we're going through. We have to put these issues behind us. We have to go and grow and let our company go and grow. Well, part of growing with our company is the new backbone, the new website. We need that solid foundation. We cannot build a billion-dollar company on sand. We need a strong, solid foundation for us to support that growth. And we're getting that now. All the glitches aren't ironed out. I know that. Everything's not perfect yet. I know that. But I'm okay. Are you okay? I'm okay in knowing, because what leaders do is they keep their focus on the solution. Now, I'm not personally involved with fixing, oh, sorry about that, hang on. I didn't know I forgot to mute my phone. How embarrassing. I'm not involved with any of the solutions with the problems or issues at home office. All I can do is stand back here, keep my mind in a positive state of mind, okay? And keep my focus on where are we going? Where are we going to be a month from now? I'm not going to throw in the towel and say, oh man, we had some problems and bumps and issues and yeah, I give up, I'm done. No way. Now I know that some people, we're going to lose a few people with this. That's just the reality. I've had a few who have said, you know, they're just getting on board and if this how things work, and they won't listen to the bigger picture. They won't open their eyes to see there is a bigger picture, that this is just a small glitch. And I've expressed, and I've said, I've even posted this. Some of you will remember it or have seen it. I would rather be in now, going through these speed bumps, glitches, little issues, than join a year from now when it's smooth sailing. We are in the forefront. You are fortunate enough to be here to go through these problems, to be here to go through these issues. You're fortunate enough to be here to go through these growing pains, if you will. You're lucky, you're fortunate. We are all very fortunate to be here. Now, I know a lot of us rely and depend on and count on our weekly checks and weekly checks. We had to go through this. Now we can put it behind us. And now we can move forward. And now you can look towards expansion. I want you to look towards expansion. I want you to look towards growth, because that's where our focus is. Now remember, if you're a new member here and you're just coming on board and you're trying to learn this stuff, you're trying to learn this process, you're trying to get your mind in the right place. How do I grow this? I've tried this before and it didn't work. What can I do different this time? I'll tell you what you can do different this time. You can change your thinking. You can change your thoughts on this. You can realize that there is a law of average to things, and it will come to you as you experience this. I'll give you an example. You talk to 8 people, nobody joins you. You talk to 9, nobody joins you. You talk to 10, somebody joined you. Statistically, things are starting to show up for you. Here's the interesting and important part about statistics. They tend to continue. Talk to 12, talk to 15. Next thing you know, you talk to another 10, someone else joins you. Well, now I got it. I know I have to talk to 10 people to get one, and that's okay. You do that 3, 4 times. Next thing you know, your 4th time, you're talking to 10 people and you get 2. Guess what? You're getting better. But you don't quit. One way of you missing this ride, and I'll call it that, buckle down. We're in for a ride here with CTFO. Over the next 3, 4, 5 years, you watch what happens. You're on board with us now. If you stay with us, you're going to participate in this growth. You're going to participate in this expansion. You're going to get, your income is going to expand exponentially. Unless you jump off ship, unless you get off, unless you quit. And all of us who are in this industry and in this business, I don't care if you have 20 people under you or 20,000, we all have had people who quit. And there's nothing we can do with that. There's nothing we can do with people quitting. I'll share something with you. As a leader, and I'm sure the leaders can agree with this, and many of you will be able to agree with this. The number one question I get from people in my downline, people in my team is, how do I get people to buy? The number 2 question, I've got a bunch of people doing nothing. How can I get them to do something? Don't spend any time on those questions. Here's how Jim Rohn put that. Don't get caught up in the why. In fact, he says, if somebody asks you, how do I get, or if somebody asks you, how do I get people to buy? Don't sign up for that class. Don't even go there. That's like asking, why does the sun come up in the east? Don't sign up for that class. Don't spend any time there. It just happens. It is what it is. And you can say, that's interesting. You'll get people on board who are all excited and ready to go. 2 weeks later, they've dropped out. Where did they go? What happened? Don't sign up for that class. Let it go. It is what it is. People will do what people will do. You cannot change people. Only people can change themselves. So if the time comes in the future, and this happens to me all the time, I had a guy who called me and it was like, Roland, I signed up 6 months ago. I'm 58 years old. I have no retirement. I haven't done anything yet. What can I do to get started? Now, I'm willing to work with this person. So what does a good leader do? They spend their time working with and focusing on those who are taking a step towards them. Then I take a step back. Somebody reaches out to me, I reach back. Somebody wants to they need help building their downline, building their business, doing a 3-way call, I reach back. I help out. I want to inspire. I want to help motivate. I want to keep them going. I want them to know that they can get to where I am if they keep going. It doesn't matter how long. I got to where I am in this amount of time. Some people will get there faster. Some people will take a little bit longer. It doesn't matter. Who cares if it takes you? Some people will get to 100K executive manager in a year. Some people will take 5 years. Either way, you've arrived there. You will get there. It is worth it. Otherwise, you quit, you jump off ship, you'll never get there. We just know that's how it is. Now, a lot of people, I want to share this with you. When I notice somebody's working on their business, they're reaching out, they're building their downline. They reach out to me and they say, look, I'm starting to build my business. I need some help. I reach out to this one guy and I said, sure, I'll help you. What can I do? What can I do? Well, he's talking to me. I look him up online. He's not active. Now, is that a deal breaker? Of course not. We don't know everybody's circumstances. I don't want that to be a deal breaker with you. I have somebody who's highly motivated. I have somebody who wants to grow and expand his business. I have somebody who wants to be where I am in time. I want to help him get there. Remember, as a good leader, we want to bring up as many as possible and successful as you can. It benefits us anyways. If you put your focus on bringing others up with you, you'll get what you want. So to continue my story, I said, oh, by the way, I see you're not active. You haven't bought the product yet. I know, I just can't quite afford it right now. I'm waiting to get paid. I'm waiting this, I'm waiting. That's okay. That is okay. I am more than willing to help you build your business. So I work with them. I do three-way call. He's building his business. He's still going. He's staying in touch. I stay in touch back. This past week, he set up his auto ship. It might have taken him a month or 6 weeks. It doesn't matter to me. He is on board fully, and he will do what he can do. Let people do what they can do and inspire, lift, motivate. That's what we do. That's what we do. So I will tell you, what you focus on expands. You've heard me say that before. I'm focusing on the team growth of my organization. I'm focusing on the success of people in my organization. I'm focusing on specific individuals, knowing where they're at, knowing where their volumes are at, knowing that they're getting closer to the next step, knowing they're getting close to VP and being excited for them and sharing with them. I see how close you are to getting to VP, and I love it because I want as many to be there as possible. We all know that life happens. Each of us have that. A car breaks down. You lose your job. You're not making enough here, obviously, you're not making enough here yet, maybe, to use that income to live off of, but you've lost your job. These things happen. Life happens to all of us. And we all can get discouraged. I remember early on, there was a time when I asked my wife, I said, what does it take to make money in this business? And then I would go back to recruiting people. I'd go back to sharing the opportunity. I'd go back to helping people in my team build their business. Knowing that, yes, I'm human. I'll get discouraged sometimes. But we go through, we push through, we keep going, we grow, we expand, and we want to keep moving forward. So if you have somebody who's having a hard time, as a leader, you listen, you understand, you have empathy, you validate. I know this is a hard time. I know that things are tough right now, but we'll get through this. I know things are rough right now, but CTFO will move forward from this. We are in an awesome position. There's something I came across from that I want to read to you guys. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. That's from John Quincy Adams. I really like that saying. You know, I've already shared with you how I do like to listen to a lot of the motivational speakers. You know, Jim Rohn, Zig Ziglar, all these guys, they have places of, and they all started out small. They all started out just, I want to say normal kind of thing, but to grow and expand, to become, I'm in awe of how you can listen to them as they're given their talks or inspirations or motivational speeches and all that, how they're just tapped in. They're tapped into wherever knowledge comes from. They're tapped into wherever inspiration comes from. They're tapped into wherever motivation comes from. They can just lift and inspire and say things that just flows out of them. I'm in awe. I love that. We as human beings can do, be, or have anything we want if our mind allows us to go there. Now, yes, there's a lot of good trainings in the company with CTFO. You can listen to awesome trainings on what to say in a three-way call. You can listen to awesome trainings on how to host a home party. You can listen to awesome trainings on how to post on Facebook, how to advertise on Facebook. As a leader, you don't need to know the answer to all those things. As a leader, it's good to have the resources to offer people who do, because we all have different personalities. We all have different strengths and weaknesses. How I approach somebody is much different than how someone else would is much different than how my wife would. I've told this story before. I'm in an office at work, and there's a guy in the office hanging around, and we have a little bit of time there, you know, and it's kind of awkward. I don't know him. He doesn't know me. Nobody's really talking or anything. He was waiting for, you know, as a customer for something. And I just asked him, I said, so, John, how do you feel about selling CBD oil? What? I mean, he didn't even know what to say. A lot of people can't do those kinds of things. Now, they can open a conversation in a different kind of way, but I'm just saying, we all have different strengths and weaknesses, and we have to accept that. I finished that story. An hour later, he was signing up with my iPad right there in the office, setting up his auto ship. So it worked out for me that day, but the next person I might ask that to might just walk away from me or just look at me really weird. I don't know. But my personality allows me to just ask things like that. How do you feel about CBD oil? We can all ask that. What do you know about CBD oil? We can all ask that. I don't know anything about CBD oil. Well, I would recommend we all do a little bit of our research if you don't know how to answer that, to learn a little bit about that. Now, I don't mind sharing that 5-minute video that we have with CTFO about the CBD oil. I love that little video, and it gets people interested. We have resources here. Use those resources. You don't have to try and do everything by yourself. Another thing that we do as good leaders is continually inspire people. What does inspire mean? I think inspire means to help people see that they can become more, to help people see, to help people look up rather than down. If we look down, we all know, oh, there's trouble, there's problems. No, we want to inspire people to look up, to look at the light at the end of the tunnel, to realize they can become more, to realize they can achieve more, to realize they can have success here. What does success look like? That's different to all of us. To some people, an extra $400 a month makes a huge difference. To most people, $1,000 a month would change their life. And if you can make an extra $1,000 a month part-time with this, in addition to your full-time, people want to hear about it. What are you doing? How are you making this money? Well, let me share that with you. It's just something I'm doing part-time, 10, 12, 15 hours a week. You put in your 10, 12, 15 hours a week, and you will succeed here. You will succeed here. You will have a huge organization. Now, you put in your 10, 12 hours a week, and you do it all alone, it's going to be a lot harder. You put in your 10, 12 hours a week, you're bringing people in, you're helping them, they're helping people, they're helping people. Now, you have 30 people underneath you putting in 10, 12, 15 hours a week. Of course, you're going to succeed. Your income's going to grow exponentially. Now, imagine this, see this, feel this. Put in your 10, 12, 15 hours a week, and you have 1,000 people under you putting in 10, 12, 15 hours a week. 10,000, 12,000, 15,000 hours a week going into your business. Of course, you're going to see growth here. Now you're achieving and receiving your residual income, and you'll get that for the rest of your life. Yes, this is worth it. This is worth it. Would I do it all over again? You bet I would. When I look back, my first 3 months, I was so busy with this, it was like a blur, but I'm so glad I did that, because then growth starts happening with or without you. Think of it this way. Let's say you've got 10,000 hours a week going into your business. You decide not to put in your 10 hours that week. How much does it affect your business? You still have 9,990 hours going into your week. What if 100 people decide to take off for that week? You still have 9,000 hours going into your business. I'm just telling you that this is worth it. This is residual. This is the leverage. And as a leader, if you grow and become the best leader you can be, your team will grow and become the best they can be. And with that, nothing can stop us. You are unstoppable. And if you are unstoppable, you have it all, and you'll continue to have it all. I want to share a couple things real quick here. One thing that I want to close with this. I want us all to continually focus on the big picture. I want us all to understand what the big picture is. And I'll give you some examples of what the big picture is. The big picture is CTFO is going to do 300 million this year. We might do 290, we might do 320. CTFO is going to do $300 million this year. That's a big picture. We going through these struggles, your car breaks down, that's okay. CTFO is going to do 300 million this year. Your kid gets sick, we'll get through this. He'll be all right. CTFO is going to do 300 million this year. We have some issues with our website. That's okay. CTFO is going to do 300 million this year. And you know what else? CTFO is going to do $1 billion in a year, 1 year. That's coming too. Imagine that. There's the big picture. CTFO is going to do $1 billion 1 year. Many of the other network marketing companies are doing over $1 billion a year. We'll get there. You are in the right place at the right time. And my gosh, 3 to 5 years from now, when you're looking back, you're going to realize how fortunate you are. And none of these little issues or problems or glitches or things that we have are going to have any effect on you, because you've moved through that. You grew with us. We're all growing and expanding. What is the big picture? The big picture is one day you'll be sitting on a beach and you'll say, I did it. So I want to close with that. I wish you all an awesome weekend. I want you guys to, I wish you all much success here. I really do. I want us all to succeed here, and there's room for all of us. I always come from a place of plenty. I never come from a place of lack. It's not that there's not enough money to go around. There is plenty of money to go around. There is plenty of health to go around. There is plenty of happiness to go around. There is plenty of love and joy and life to go around. So stay committed, grow your organization, be the best you can be, grow into the best you can become by learning, achieving, listening to those who have made it, listening to those who are experienced in how to make it. Everybody have an awesome day. See you soon. Bye.